Hello, Freedom the Meerkat here. Welcome to episode 37, I think, of Let's Play Final Fantasy VI Advance. Now, let's get on with fighting this thing. This is quite a difficult villain. At this point, it's really useful if you have the Ultima sword, but somehow I've missed it. So, might not be a bad idea throwing something, but I would suggest you use all of your espers here. That's a good way to start things off. This thing, it's I suppose it's not that bad in terms of the attacks it uses against you, but it's pretty powerful. In terms of the attacks it uses, so see, like that. I freely admit that I will be saving a lot here. I can try Libra and see if it works. So there you go, that's what it has. Actually, it's not that bad an idea to use Wrath against it, because that will take away some of its magic power. But yeah, make sure your characters are fairly healthy if you can. If you can, being an optimal word here. I don't think I have a lot of things that can heal them now, because I don't have X potion anymore. So well, what I meant was I don't have the high potion anymore. I think that's what I meant. It has bio, for example, which is pretty irritating. I'd be surprised if this works, but I can try. I may have just selected twice on the same thing. Alright, when it's focusing energy, it's about to do something really, really annoying. I'm not sure what it's done to them, but whatever it is, it's not good to Tower and the other one. Okay. That's just most annoying. I don't think I have a lot else that can fix this problem. One of them is about to end up unconscious. I just don't know which one. I'm gonna try something that perhaps I shouldn't try, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm wasting too much time on this, on healing them. So what I'm going to try to do is just win the fight now without healing, and just keep on attacking as best I can. And hopefully I'll get it in time. Okay, that worked well. In fact, that fight went better than I was expecting. So yeah, Ultima weapon, Ultima sword is a pretty powerful sword. Not the most powerful one in the game, I don't think. It is pretty good against Ultimate Weapon. Apart from that, I suggest just doing what I did and using your strongest attacks against it, and being aware that it does status affecting attacks and other attacks as well that are pretty powerful. Another elixir is going to be very useful. Ah, right, here we have an explanation. This is what I meant earlier. I think by saying that they kicked him out as soon as he'd served his purpose. But don't worry, he will be back. As long as you do things the correct way, it is possible to never see him again in the game, but we are not going to do that. And unfortunately our fight isn't over yet, so I would recommend healing here. We've got another long cutscene coming up after this fight. I guess it seems kind of unfair of a fight here, but fair enough. Drain will actually be pretty helpful. I don't know if it's like a silver dragon, the gold dragon, and so on, since it's a platinum one. Actually, this would be an excellent time to cure at least one of them. Okay. Can't be that long till that thing's destroyed, I sincerely hope. Okay, that was quite a costly fight, as to be said, but Sabin did gain level, so there's that. And Phoenix Down seems to be something I've managed to retain loads of. Not great if you completely run out of magic here, but MP, but I don't have much of a choice. And we've got another long cutscene here. Thank you, by the way, to my new subscriber for subscribing. I've had a look at your videos. I'm not. Music videos aren't really my thing, but no, it's cool that you subscribed, and I've had a look at your channel, and yeah, I kind of feel that I've let people down a little bit in regard to losing episode 34, but there's not really anything I can do, to be honest, that I haven't already tried to retrieve it. So from now on I'm making extra backup copies, and that's really all I can do. I'm impressed that C4 doesn't, so you'd have to fight every single one of those monsters on their own. At the moment they're really just a standing still triad. The formerly warring triad. Oh, sorry, I pronounced roaring in quite a strange way. Never mind. I don't normally not know what words mean, but I don't know what progeny is, so... No, Kafka's a whole new level of insanity. He really is. I mean, the Emperor's letter insane, but Kafka's just so far beyond that in terms of being totally bonkers. That sword looks suspiciously similar to her arm. I mean, presumably she isn't just going to chop them with her arm and she raised it like that, so... Yeah, Kafka, you are. like they probably don't want to start fighting again. In fact, we know they don't want to start fighting again. That's why they turn themselves to stone. I'm not sure what they were intending to do with the Warring Triad, if they weren't intending to revive them. Yep. Sonic the Hedgehog's now waving of his finger there. I think his power is probably being fused with so many aspects that it's extremely hard to hurt him now. To be fair, it has been a really, really long time since they last did anything. It could have just looked it up and dicks me. I don't think all of this was necessary. I suppose he's moving them around in order to disturb the balance between them. Shadow is good at jumping. Yeah, I suppose that light was a hint of the way I have to go next, but you don't really need it. You need to end up going east, so anything you can to get east, basically. Now, these things are time consuming, they're not that hard, but they're definitely worth getting rid of quickly. So we need to get up here in order to go further east. And yes, this place does start crumbling underneath you. It looks epic though. These are pretty much the only enemy. Or there's a sort of mini boss, I suppose, coming up as well. But that was very close. Now you don't want to waste too much magic, despite trying to get rid of these things quickly. See, one of your characters has already run out. I think I have one elixir, which might help with that, but and of course one of your characters has rather awkwardly been turned to stone, so now, as it happens, everything's fine. Fair enough. Unfortunately, this counter does continue, and I was going the wrong way there as well, so that's quite awkward. I don't think you can run away from these things either. So once Toe actually had time to use her powers. Yes, there are a lot of them. Now, if I should not make it in time, I will have at least shown you most of the routes, so then I will go back and redo it. Now, you don't want to go up there. You might have thought that you want to go to where that blue thing is, but you actually want to circle around it. Which I know sounds weird, but it's impossible to get it just by using the straightforward path that you would have thought works. So I'm just going to get to the end of this section of the game, so what you want to do instead is go around like this. Don't worry, we are nearly there. Freezing dust is quite powerful. Well, it freezes your character, unsurprisingly. So. If one of your characters gets to that point, I would queue it if I were you. Alright, now we go up here. And we go to there, and unfortunately, as well as giving you a clue as to what to do, it's a very irritating mini-boss, and what you've got now is basically the time that it says there, so like 51 and 31 and so on. That's how long you've got until your characters automatically die. So you want to get this done quickly, but you also want to use powerful attacks like this. And we are running out of time anyway, so... just using those powerful attacks against it. Don't worry about using magic. It's going to be a year. Well, your characters, for your characters anyway, it's not going to be a year until my next episode comes up. But on YouTube, but you'll see what I mean. Basically, they're going to have plenty of time to heal. Well, I could be wrong about that. This is taking longer than I was expecting it to. Well, if I don't make it, then I don't make it. Okay, I have made it. I think. No, I'm not sure I did. Okay, well, I can try again. I guess I won't show off anything. I'll just show myself getting to the end. Okay, I seem to have made it this time. I'm not quite sure why, but I have. So there we go. Now, you need to wait, which I know sounds really weird. But if you wait, and don't do anything else at all, don't go and look at your menu or anything, and I have no idea how people who are playing this game without strategy guide are supposed to know this, but just wait, and eventually Shadow will show up. You'll do it at the very last minute, but he will show up, and you'll get a sort of 2 different endings of the section depending on whether you wait or not. But if you don't wait, and Shadow doesn't show up, then you never see Shadow in the game again, so... They should be at minus 15 seconds by now, I reckon, but never mind. And the other ending is basically Shadow says, I can't believe they left without me, or the ship isn't here, or something like that. And then he just dies. And yeah, so does everyone else, apparently. Including what seems to be an imp there. I wonder if imps are natural occurring things, or if that was just a human that had been turned into an imp. I don't know, we haven't really encountered any imps yet. That are just naturally imps as enemies, we've just only been turned into them. Yeah, the bad guys have won. And on that day, the episode ended wherever